This is KUGAN CASSIUS. We're at Craven Park here in Hull, just running to middleweight box.
How you doing, mate? You okay? Nice to see you. Yeah, good, thanks you.
Martin Murray. You alright, Martin?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Well, it's not recent now, it's back in April now, obviously fight with Sergio Martinez, which I personally scored it in your favour to win. It must have been frustrating because you get the feeling if that fight was here, you're new world champion.
Yeah, anywhere else but where it was. You know, we think, well, we know we'd have got it, but we knew when the final bell went that he was going to get it. He only had to make it to the full 12 rounds, you know. Well, you said it when it went and he was celebrating, you know, we knew it himself and we knew it was obviously disappointing, but it was a great fight for us and, you know, we proved that we belong at the top with the elite.
How did you feel about the second knockdown? Was it the second knockdown that wasn't given as a knockdown?
Yeah, well, I was in corner, I was having a go at the referee for giving him so long to get up, you know, because I could see him actually crawling up the corner post, he was hurt. And yeah, he was gone. So the fact that hey mate, you alright? The fact that they ruled it a slip. No, what was it? Legs got tangled, feet got tangled, or something like that. It was just a load of bollocks, really, mate. To be honest with you, but you know that's what you're up against when you fight in the backyards.
Recently, Golovkin's victory over Macklin. Then there were some comments that come out from their camp, allegedly that you know. Their plans are for you to fight Golovkin. Obviously, you must have heard about that. Is there any truth in that have they made contact?
Well, there was a big release about them offering the 2nd of November in Madison Square Garden, which never happened. Basically, they contacted the Atoms, asked them what the situation was with my visa. They told them that I'm applying for it now. It's going to take 6 or 7 months, so I'll have it, you know, early next year. And that was that. And then they come out and made a press release saying that they've offered it in Madison Square Garden on 2nd of November, which they've not. So they have contacted asking about my visa, but you know, for them saying that we've offered him a date in November, it's just not happened.
How good is Golovkin in your opinion? He's
a very good fighter. I've always rated Golovkin for many years now. I know there's. You know, there's a few people only just jumping on the bandwagon, but I've rated Golovkin for a few years, and he's only ever needed a good chance to prove how good he is. And even though Macklin, in my opinion, was past it, and he was never going to really give him a good test down on paper, it was a good test for him, and you know he dismantled him and smashed him up in 3. And to be honest with you, that's how we should be getting rid of Macklin. You know, Macklin's a finished fighter now.
If there was a concrete offer for you to fight Golovkin, is that something that you feel that you've got what it takes to beat someone like Golovkin? People
rip me off against Stern, people rip me off against Martinez. You know, I proved in my last fight, and obviously the Stern fight, that I'll go anywhere and fight anybody. You know, if I can go and fight the middleweight #1, the elite middleweight on the planet in his own backyard in front of 50,000 Argentinians, I'm not going to be bothered about going fighting Golovkin. Do you know what I mean? So that's not a problem to me. If they come back with a genuine offer, you know, that was worthwhile, then of course I'd take it to fight anyone, anywhere if everything worked out right.
How do you think Golovkin would get on against Martinez?
To be honest with you, I think going off my last fight with Martinez, I think we've showed everybody now how you beat him. You know, I think people say no, well he's too old and he's past it, but his fight before he looked barring that 12th round knockdown, he looked amazing against Chavez because Chavez led him. But obviously the team I've got with me, around me, Oliver, working on the great tactics that he did, we showed everybody now how you beat Martinez and how you make him look ordinary. So I think anybody, never mind whether it's Golovkin or anybody else, they'll only have to go and watch our fight, and then we've put the blueprint down on how to beat Martinez. So if I think Golovkin will fight him and a couple of other top middleweights, I think they'll go and beat him.
If Darren Barker's successful in his IBF middleweight challenge against Daniel Gill, again, is that a fight that would definitely interest you, with Darren Barker with a world title?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm rooting for Barker on 17th of August. I think it is. He's going over there, and I really want to go over there to win. Not just because I'd love an all middleweight British showdown in the future for a world title belt, and I know Barker wants that as well. But you know, he's a good lad and I genuinely want him to go over there and win. But yeah, I mean, a fight over there for a world title, regardless of who, you know, of who it's against, you know, it definitely interests me. But against Barker, like I said, you know, another British, me and Barker can get a top middleweight fight on. You know, going back to the days of Ben and Eubank and all that, we can make it proper again if Barker goes over there and beats him. So a fight with him in future would definitely interests me.
Just finally, there was also a press release regarding something to do with you fighting Billy Joe Saunders, perhaps. Can you make any comment on that?
First I've heard, to be honest with you. I know someone mentioned it. I've not seen the release, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was a release. To be honest,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether it's the fact that obviously the Attons are with Box Nation now, who's won.
Yeah, I think that's what it was to do with, that they can.
Or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's, to be honest with you, Billy Joe Saunders isn't on my radar as of yet. You know, there's he's a good fighter. I've always said that, and I rate him, and I rate Ryder as well, who he's fighting. But I'm looking at different fighters for the time being. You know, maybe in the future we can fight, but for the time being he's not on my radar. But in the future, if the fight gets put to me and it's worth me while, then you know I'll fight Billy Joe Saunders, no problem.
All right. Well, Martin Murray, I'm going to let you get on with the rest of your night, and thank you for talking to us. And like I said, whoever it is next for you, I'm sure, you know, we've seen what you can do for years now. So. And like I said, you definitely won that fight. It was sickening to watch.
I'll get there, mate. Third time lucky. Just got to keep cracking on with it now.
You will do. All right, Martin Murray, thank you very much.
Nice one, mate.
Nice one.